What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips. You already know, man, we're about to get it in. But before we get it in, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. Put the notification bell on all so that way you're abreast of all the dope content I'm bringing all week. And let's get into it, right? First and foremost, what I wanted to talk about is doomsday preppers, right? Are you prepared? Are you really prepared? Or are these people just crazy, right? Or have they got it figured out? Do they have the pieces to the puzzle in the correct position? Because I ultimately believe, man, the people that are doomsday preppers and the people that are prepared for the end are on the right track. These are the people that we need to pay attention to. You know, I know a lot of us think in life, man, he's doing too much, or he's saying too much, or, you know, he's getting prepared for what we've been hearing for our whole life. You know, ever since I was a kid, you know, all the people that were Bible thumping to me were telling me about, you know, the end of the world is coming and things are happening and we're going to end up somewhere we don't want to end up, and all these things are going to take place. And I'm starting to see the realities of the situation. I'm starting to see that now the end times are upon us. Now things have changed. Now it's getting a little bit more tricky. Tricky dance moves, a little bit more sticky. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, preparation is a good thing. Being prepared is always a great thing. I've been taught my whole life, and I'm sure you've been told over and over again, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But in preparation, you always have to get ready at some point in time. So why not now? Why not start now? Why not, with everything that's going on in this world, why not prepare yourself for what's to come, or what may come, or what might not ever come? It's always ready. It's always better to be ready. You know? I've been pushing this narrative lately because, you know, I'm looking around and I'm seeing what's happening in the world, and I'm seeing that right now it's the best time to do what you have to do for yourself and for your family. You know, all that matters, or all that should matter in life, is those that you hold closest to you, dearest to you, yourself and your people, your gente, your friends, your family. You know, those of you that are always living, you know, day to day and say, you know what, it doesn't matter, Holmes, whatever happens, I'll prepare when that day comes. You might be the one left in the cold. You might be the one standing out there, hey man, we are the world, we are the children. You're not. You're not, because you lived in the world rather than living by the word. You lived not preparing yourself for what may happen. Well, look at the people in the Middle East. They surely weren't prepared for situations, and they've lost loved ones. They've lost homes. They've lost everything that they have because some other man felt that if for no other reason, he was either going to take what they had or was going to take their life by the bomb, by the sword, by the gun. It's an ugly situation, man. And it's starting to get ugly financially in this country. It's starting to get ugly with jobs. It's starting to get ugly on them streets with the fentanyl crisis, with all these different diseases. You know, now I'm hearing about a new one, disease X. I don't even know, it's XIV. That's all I knew back in the days. I don't know what's going on, but one thing I know for sure is I'm prepared. You know, I watched this show called Doomsday Preppers. I just happened to be surfing and it popped on, you know. And I remember back in the days, myself and my homeboys, when I was in the mix, we'd have laughed at individuals like this. We'd have laughed at Noah building that ark. Says, what are you doing, Noah? I said, what? Look at me, that baboso. 2 ostriches, a partridge, and a pear tree. Come on, bro, it ain't that serious. Ain't no fucking water gonna rain down for 40 days and 40 nights. So I can breathe. Help! Right? Yeah. When motherfuckers were drowning, they were trying to get that lifeline, but the lifeline wasn't there. The alligators and whatever else Noah had on that ark, they were safe, homes. But the gente that weren't believing, that didn't have faith and didn't believe in the word and truth, man, they sunk to the bottom, right? The water overcame them. You know, now it's not going to be water. Now it's going to be financial grief and disease and famine and all these different things that are happening in this world today. There's more starving people than people that are eating. Whether you're starving on the streets, trying to get that bag, trying to get that money, man, it seems like it's never enough, huh? There's always someone doing just a little bit more than you are because they're properly prepared. They've prepared themselves mentally, physically, and with preparation with a lot of things that you may need. Do you remember when the COVID-19 scare hit, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, and there was no toilet paper in sight? Sasuke, people were wiping their asses with the back of their palms. And for those of you that have rough palms, Sasuke, scabs on your ass. It was an ugly situation. Everybody ran to Costco. I need toilet paper, help, right? People were buying tissue and toilet paper and baby wipes. And I remember the homeboy wiped his ass with the newspaper. I was like, ¿sabes qué? You know what I mean? He had a picture of Archie on the back of his left ass cheek. It was a straight funny page. I'm telling you right now, you know, the situations get tricky, very ugly. The show Doomsday Preppers, you know, I watch it and like I said, I would have laughed at these individuals. I'd have been like, man, these people are building bunkers and they're building underground spots and spaces for their family with air filtration units and with food, and they're stacking canned foods and beans and rice and seeds and all these different things that you see. There's shows like The Walking Dead where, you know, they were in the struggle for seeds. You know, they were in a struggle to go out there and get what they could. You don't ever know what's going to happen in this world. Nothing might not ever happen. You know, we might be the babosos with a whole bunch of toilet paper and green beans stacked in our fucking basement, wondering, hey, if something's going to pop. But if something does perhaps pop, and that's the way the world is leaning. See, the world is decaying, it's dying. And those that are prepared to live a little while longer might outlive the rest of us. I myself have been preparing, you know, for what's to come. And I don't know, and I can't sit here and tell you. I believe in the word. I believe in a higher power. I believe in prophecy. I believe in a lot of these things that a lot of people take for granted or just choose not to because they're too busy trying to look cool. So let's get too cool, eh? Yeah, fuck that. What the? Just all I care about is lowriders, tortas, and hamburguesas. I don't give a fuck, right? Well, I do. You know, I care if my children see another day. I care, you know, if I can breathe when I wake up in the morning. These are the things as an adult I've learned to lean towards. These are the things that I'm living for. I have something to live for now. I have something to live for. I want to see my children do better than I did. You know, I don't want to see my children incarcerated or doing bids in time. And I don't want to see my sons or my nephews going through the struggles that I went through in life. You know, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't wish that upon nobody. Incarceration. I feel sorry for the guys that are in prison doing all day, man. That ain't gonna have a time or a chance to prepare. And let me tell you what's gonna happen to these guys. A lot of people have always asked me, Gunner, what about the guys that are incarcerated and locked up? If something was to happen, if we were attacked on our soil, if the world was decaying or the demise was here, the end was here, what's gonna happen with all those prisoners? Let me tell you exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna declare martial law, man. And the government is gonna take over our freedoms and our liberties. We're not going to have that anymore. So I was getting, you know, there's going to be curfews like there was in the COVID-19. Remember the curfews? You remember? You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. But I want to go get me a limeade at Sonic's. Bitch, you ain't going nowhere, Holmes. What you're doing is you're staying PC'd up in your house. Yeah, everybody's PC'd up. Stay protective, custodied up in your house, Holmes, because they don't want you to see what's going on out there, and they don't want you to be a part of anything that's going on out there. And it's going to be anarchy, and it's going to be chaos, and it's going to be a lot of people trying to take what they don't have because they were unprepared. Well, guess what? These doomsday preppers might have the solid foundation and the solid reasoning behind their mind state, what they're thinking. I've chose to lean that way. Now, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, man, but I'm going to be prepared for all seasons. Let that be the reason. I'm going to be prepared because I think it's the best thing to possibly do now with this world that we live in. We just went through an epidemic, a pandemic, or whatever the fuck you wanted to call it, right? People give it a lot of different labels. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, that was just for preparation. That was just to scare people a little bit. That was just to show you how quick people will conform, how quick the sheeple out there, the people that are out there will get in line and so let's get marched to the beat. Wasn't no one out after curfew. Those that were getting snatched up quick. You know, only the people that are useful, only the people that can be utilized, you know, the frontline workers, the people that were, you know, special workers were allowed to be out there. I said, yeah, I was mobbing. I was out there because I was an essential worker, eh? But at the same time, those that don't have money, those that live in poverty, those that are underprivileged or oppressed or don't have the same benefits that other people's do, you know what I mean? It's time. The time is now, Holmes. Educate yourself. Prepare yourself. Stay aware. Do what you got to do. Go out there and get that. Get it now before it's too late because you can't have none of mine. I'm not giving up one Aquafina. Fuck you. Sasuke, go drink out of the creek, gay. And if you spit a crawdad out, that's on you. Sasuke, forward the crawdad because I'm going to fry his fucking tail up. You already know how I get down. Differences with me and other people is I'm not closed-minded. I get along with everyone. I try to hear everybody out. You know, the people that are doing the church thing and that are speaking about prophecy and speaking about revelation. I hear that because I've heard it my whole life. So I know what time it is. I believe in the good word, you heard? People that are out there doomsday prepping and have fucking basements filled with arroz. ¿Sabes qué? They're going to have some bomb-ass Spanish rice. I'll be there, right? I'm going to prepare myself, and I have been doing it for a couple years now. Waters, beans, rice, things of that nature. Why? Because I truly believe the only way that men can press on, humanity, is to prepare. To be kind to one another, to look out for each other. I've lived every different life you could believe, man. I was the dope dealer on the block. I was the gangbanger with the Glock. You know what I mean? I was the vato jacking off in my cell using a sock. Yes, I did everything. So there's not a road I haven't traveled down. But I'm going to tell you right now, the road I'm traveling now is the best road I've ever been on, because it's the road to prosperity, and it's the road to living. It's the road to adjusting to the fact that society as a whole is decaying. It's crumbling around us. A lot of people put their value in how much money they have. Well, they're going to be real heartbroken when their money in the banks don't mean shit. There's a lot of people that put their stock into their friends. Well, they're going to be real fucking sad. Let's get upset, eh? When their homeboy says, hey, Holmes, it's me, you, or the can of green beans. Let's get fuck you, eh? Right? And they're gone. There's going to be a lot of people that are making fun of channels like my channel and making fun of other people that are preparing themselves for what could come. And then they're going to regret it. Well, the word regret ain't in my fucking philosophy, Holmes. It ain't in my vocabulary, because I don't do regrets. I do pushing forwards. I do forever forwards. I was taught with the gang mentality and the street mentality to always push and never look behind you. Just keep looking ahead, Holmes. Guess what? My head is on swivelization. I'm looking every which way, because I understand, man, that sometimes things that are come from behind you can't hurt what's in front of you. I definitely understand that I'm going to have to be ready for me and mines. And that's it. I can't worry about anyone else. All I can do is speak these words, give you the knowledge that you can't get in college, so that way you can have some common sense or some good sense to understand that the time is now. We're seeing wars all over the world. We're seeing famine. There's so many people starving out there in the streets. There's so much homelessness. And it ain't even necessarily people being homeless. It's more these drugs that have overtaken and clouded people's minds to the point where they're reckless. They're living with reckless abandon out there on the streets. They're willing to sacrifice any and everything, family, burn all their bridges, friends, money, whatever it is, man. I've seen people that had millions of dollars, thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, have nothing in a year. They have vices, drugs, gambling, prostitution. You know what I mean? They like my little torta from time to time. There's people that, indulge in these certain behaviors, man, not even thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, or not even thinking about what could happen down the road. Now, it might not happen today, tomorrow, or even the next day, or maybe the next year. But something is definitely going to happen. The world is crying out for sunshine. The world is dying. You don't know? You haven't noticed? You haven't noticed? Every time you flick on the TV, there's more bad than good. The good, the humanitarian spirit, the humanity of people being nice and being cool to your neighbor, it doesn't happen anymore. Now it's like, hey, don't stay on my business. Get off my fucking lawn, eh? You know what I mean? Now it's stay up out my mix. Worry about my own. I'm only worried about my own, eh? Sasuke, you know what I mean? Fuck that, eh? I can't worry about what they got going on over there. Shit, fuck him. You know what I mean? And that's what's hurting the spirit of man. That's what's our problem. A lot of people laugh at my situations and things I speak on. But I only speak truths. I only speak reality. I only speak what could happen. I'm prepared. Maybe these doomsday preppers were smarter than you and I. Maybe they started way sooner and way earlier. There's a method to the madness of people. Everything that's you're seeing on TV, everything, all these movies, these are all to prepare your mental and your mind. You ever notice why we're starting to see UFOs everywhere? Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, they're real. But remember 10, 15 years ago, they weren't real. You're about also fucking aliens. Let's get ET. Phone home, bitch. Right? Remember back in them days? Nah, now it's like, yeah, they're real, eh? They fucking are real. Shit, I don't know, right? Preparing. The preparation is there. They're preparing the mind for something that's coming, gente. You need to understand. You need to look out for what's going on. Anyways, all that I advise the people, knowledge you can't get in college, the gente, is stay ready. So you don't have to get ready. But get ready first, right? Go out there, man. Maybe buy you a few little canned foods. Don't stack them to the side. Little awa. Stack it to the side. How's it going to hurt? You never know, Holmes, when your food stamps run out and you're struggling. There it is, a sopa. God damn it, right? Handle your business. It can't hurt you. What makes you can't break you. Go out there and do what you do for your family. Anyways, man, it's just a little something I wanted to put out there, man. I think the doomsday preppers are right. I think the bunkers and the air and the masks and all this shit, it might come in handy because I don't know what's going to happen nowadays. I really definitely don't know what's going to happen. The world is a very ugly place. It's not beautiful anymore. Every time I wake up, I'm hoping that there's air to breathe. You just never know. With that being said, gente, just wanted to ramble a little bit, give you a little bit of game. Take it for what you want, man. This is the Collective Clips. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell and turn it to all. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the struggle to strive and the strive to struggle. And I'm out, out, out.